I did it. I checked. Wasn't too bad. Only 1 minute in without a mic. So thank you for joining Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. God bless you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, it only took a minute. Where are you guys? You got to tell me in the chat when I don't have the mic on. But like, I'm so used to like forgetting the mic, or maybe just double clicking on it like the old timer I am. That I'm like, oh wait, before I get start rolling, let's check the microphone. Let's do a microphone check. But here we are. We're back in it. Let's do it. Let's have a good time. But as I was saying, thank you for joining me, Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. The show's on every Monday through Friday to answer your questions, needs, find out what's wrong with you, what's right with you, find out what's right with your friends, wrong with your friends, you name it. I'll even talk auto mechanics if you want. I'm not very good at it, but I'll still try. And yeah, so there you are. Friday show. We're going to have a call in, just call in, no video yet. We're going to do call in Fridays. So I'm threatening. All you got to do is call in. I'll give you the number on Friday. And we'll get that party started too. Taking the show to the next level. I'm getting the new Rumble software. So that's what's going on. 5x5, sweet Tatanka. All right, well, let's get this party kicking as I move along here. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I'm doing a show. Since people are coming in anyways. It's called Autastic. It's going to be at the Stephanie Fury Theater in Hollywood, July 25th, 7 p.m. That's a Saturday. It's a story of my son's journey through autism. It's comedic. It's touching. We'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll have a good time. Right? Right. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan. So yeah, we'll have a good time with it. Trust me on this one. All right, let's get the show started. Enough jibber jabbing, enough dilly dallying. We're gonna get the party going. Get the party started right now. Wait, hold on. Well, I said that, and then this happened. Hold on, give me a second. I'm just gonna hit refresh, and then we'll start. And again, if you want your questions answered, all you need to do is just put it in the comments, and we'll do it. It's that simple. But first, before I start, let me give a shout out to my favorite sponsor of all time, Rumble, because Rumble was about freedom of speech when it wasn't popular, folks. We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you can actually own and control your money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you're in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today. Everybody's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's why I use Rumble Wallet. Takes all that complexity and makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stable coins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creator, and that's me, I hope, directly. So do this now. QR code's right there, or click on the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. I think right now you're the only one who doesn't own it at this point. Everybody owns crypto. Come on. All right, folks, hop on it. It's right there, Rumble Wallet. God bless Rumble. God bless Rumble. Thank you. God bless Rumble. All right, there you go. Yeehaw. Yippity, yippity, doo-dah. All right. Good times. All right. Let's get the party going. Let's rock and roll. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay. Well, I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not. All right. Let's start the show. All right. Am I the asshole? If you don't have a question to start with, I'll start one for you over on Reddit. Let me just pull it up so we can all see it. Here we go. Boom. All right. Am I the asshole for telling? Hold on. Here we go. Oh, good. It's short. I like when it's short. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law she couldn't visit my wife in the hospital the same day our child was born? Yeah. What is she, like Typhoid Mary? Is she like just a slob? Is she just like coughing on everything? Like just, licking her fingers and touching people's faces? Why would you let the mother-in-law in? And it's your wife. Did your wife approve this? I'm guessing you're not on good terms with your mother-in-law. Or if you were, you're not anymore. Like, what do you mean not going to let her in? If she's sick, okay. But even then, get her a mask. All right, I get it. If she's sick, okay. But otherwise, yeah, boy, I think you just dug a hole, bro. My wife and I discussed it. All right, I guess that's good. In the days leading up to the birth of our son, and we agreed that we did not want any visitors the same day he was born. All right. So my mother-in-law was notified that my wife was going to require a C-section. All right. I mean, I don't want to, rain on your parade, buddy. But a C-section is very different from a natural childbirth. Labor is long. It's hours long sometimes. It takes forever. You're exhausted after. A C-section is you're making an appointment, you come in, there you go. What do you think? You like it? There you go. That's your baby. That's a C-section. It's easy. I mean, it's not easy. I couldn't do it, but you know what I'm saying. From a labor standpoint, you don't go. I mean, you go into labor, but then as soon as you're in labor, like, hey, here you go. Here you are. Enjoy. As someone whose child was born, it was supposed to be via natural childbirth, but things went a little south. So we had a C-section, and real fast. So, anyways, already, I think you might be the asshole. But I will read further before passing a final judgment on you. How about that? All right, let's do that. Let's. Again, you're welcome to all offer up what you think too. All right, so we discussed it. My mother-in-law was notified that my wife was going to require C-section, and she told me to tell her when she was able to come and visit, and I told her I would do so. Okay, there you go. I texted our group chat from my wife's side of the family. Why don't you have both sides together? It's too crazy. Updating them that the procedure went well and that the mama and the baby were doing perfect. She replied, I know you didn't tell me to come, but we are in the waiting room. What'd you expect, man? I'm assuming your first child. It's maybe her first grandchild. She's jonesing for that new baby smell. There's nothing like that new baby smell, man. Don't kid yourself. That's good stuff. New baby smell. It's better than new car smell. I'll tell you that. So she's waiting in there. Okay. Well, I hope you let her see you. I hope you didn't just tell her to fuck off. I texted her back saying that we appreciate her coming up, but that they should go home and we would see them tomorrow. My father-in-law called me shortly after and insulted me in every way imaginable. Good for you, you dick. What do you like? Unless she's sick or something, what the fuck's the problem? Honestly, dude. Ugh. Anyway, or I just don't think you don't like her. I'm not sure her daughter, aka your wife, does either. My mother-in-law sent me a long text saying how disrespectful it was of me not to allow them to visit their daughter. I would agree with that. Like, come on. Like, I don't understand it. These are our rules. You're breaking our rules. You can't come to see. I mean, again, if it's a long childbirth and she's exhausted, yeah, just come back tomorrow. It was 8 hours in labor. It was 12 hours. She's still in labor. Just come back tomorrow. She's exhausted. They would understand that. But C-section, like, what the fuck? Bro? Come on. Stop it. Just let us in. Let us see the baby. Let us rub his cheeks. Ay. Yeah, you're the asshole, bro. You're the asshole. Douche. Honestly, like what the fuck's the problem? Like I don't get it. Be nice. Let people see their kids. You must have some reason, but I think it's a terrible one, or you would have put it in here. You really don't give any reason other than because I said so. And that's not much of a reason when it comes to family. How come? What with your family? Let me ask you this: your parents didn't show. You don't include this in here anyway. I'm guessing they probably lived far enough away that it wasn't easy for them to get to the birth. But if they'd wanted to see a day of, would you have let them? My answer, probably yes, you would have. There you go. I do not agree with you, and I think you made a mistake with that. So yeah, you are the asshole. 100%. 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. All right, let's get to the next one here. Again, if you have your own, feel free to enter it in the chat. If you want to get crazy, you can email me at jeffaaron56@gmail.com. I'm going to do live phones Friday. Maybe that's what we'll call it. Live phones Friday, everybody. Jeff, the unlicensed therapist here, helping you navigate through the world one dilemma at a time. Am I the asshole for waking my upstairs neighbor and her boyfriend and making him move his car? Well, if you're blocked in, no. This one's gonna be. I can't shoot out. I can't just tell you right out of the gate on this one. I need some facts. Again, so this guy does not believe in paragraphs, apparently. My 29-year-old upstairs neighbor and 31-year-old boyfriend that basically lives with her. Is that a problem? You got a problem with that? We live in an apartment lower that is owned by my cousin. How's your cousin even coming in? I assume the cousin's going to make an appearance, or is he a red herring in the story? I've known her for years. She was my brother's college roommate, and they lived together in two different cities. Okay. My parents have really taken her under their wing. Obviously, you don't like her. She comes to most family functions, etc. Obviously, you resent her for that, and has for years now. Our driveway has a parking pad. Parking pad. All right. I haven't heard that before. In the back that allows for two people to park without blocking anybody in. When the winter parking ban was lifted in our area, she told me she wanted to use the parking pad for her outdoor furniture that she has purchased. Well, she's asking you, what'd you say? Sectional rug, fire pit. So she's turning it into an outdoor, like, drinking area, I guess. Leaving only one parking spot, which I agree to. There's the problem. You know what you should have done? We pulled your vehicle in and just ran over her chairs. No, don't do that. She mostly parks in the street. I mostly park in the driveway. That would seem fair. I mean, she turned her spot into a I don't know, outdoor dining area. Over the last several months, her boyfriend has been parking me in. Oh, that's not cool. That is not cool. In the past, I tried to call to get them to move the car, but the days he parks me in are usually very hungover and fast asleep when I need to leave. And yeah, that's not cool. No, you're not wrong at all. I've never one answered or responded to text to move the car, so I had no choice to go upstairs and knock on the bedroom door. Well, yeah, dude, why would you be an asshole for trying to get out of your own parking space because this chub blocked you in? And chub is a medical term, by the way. This has happened roughly 6 or 7 times in the last 2.5 months. Yeah, bro, you should have done it time number 1. Here's the issue. The real issue is I'm glad you did it now, but you took so long to do it. He just got used to it. It's like, I'll just block him in again. He never complains about it. What do I care? So now he knows, and hopefully this won't happen again. All right, running late for work. I leave at the same time every Saturday for work. Walked outside to see he done it once again. Frustrated, stomped upstairs, yelled into the apartment. I was running late. Walked downstairs. He ran down and moved the car. 30 minutes later, he texted me and said, "You can totally park in the street going forward to avoid this. Just a thought." Yeah, no. You tell him. I think the deck furniture and the parking pad experiment is over. I replied, no, her boyfriend doesn't pay rent. Exactly. Good for you. It's not his spot, and he sees me parking there. Yeah, her boyfriend's a selfish prick. And that also is a psychiatric term. It's in the DSM. But I remind her of all the time she never, phone. Yeah, she doubled down, refused to apologize. All right. Well, again, I would get a big, if your friend's got a monster truck, get a big monster truck, just roll over all her furniture. I'm kidding. But no, she's got to stop. This is nonsense. It's childish, and it's just completely selfish. Completely, I'm on your side. You're not the asshole here. She's treating you like a doormat, and blocking you in on top of it. She doubled down, refused to apologize. For the record, she frequently lets herself into my apartment to borrow things and steal my alcohol. What kind of relation you need boundaries, bro. You need some boundaries. I think this is the first boundary that you've thrown out there. Finally, this was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. And finally, you're standing up to her, which you should have done a long time ago. Now you need to keep standing up to her and set some clear boundaries. She doesn't change your locks if you have to. She doesn't get to steal alcohol. She doesn't get to block you in. And if she keeps it up, you just next time you just move all her shit onto the grass, and then you park in her spot. It's like she's like Kramer, but not funny. She's like, well, I mean, in the Seinfeld, not when he did the stand-up set. I've never complained about it. There's your issue. She just, when you let people abuse you, they will. Not all. Because, someone who doesn't, it's not in them to abuse you in the first place. But if you let someone who's a user, someone who's, and again, people can change. But if you let someone who's in a state of usury use you, they will continue to use you until you stand up to them. That's just how it works. That's how they operate. They see, themselves as these I don't know, queen or king-like figures floating around, and the rest of us are just all subservient to them. And you need to set your policies with them. You need to set your boundaries with them. And if you don't, this is what happens. So are you the asshole for going in there without calling first and asking them to move? No, absolutely not. Do it again. Do it again. I mean, I don't know, man. You need to have something in there. You need to tell her her boyfriend cannot block it. And this is where what you're going to have to do. I'm sorry. Tell next time it happens, you're just going to tow him. It's nonsense. Or move your stuff, one of the two. But this has got to end. And no more coming into my house and stealing my alcohol. The hell's the matter with you? If she came into my house and stole my alcohol, I would be furious. I would be absolutely furious because, it's like, I like my scotch, man. Don't be stealing my scotch. For the love of God. It's my scotch. All right. Let's keep rocking and rolling. So yeah, so far we have one asshole and one no asshole. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Hang on a minute. Hang on a second. Oh, Echo. Yeah, that's just so crazy. Like the fact that you would like even be like, hey, am I in the wrong here? Like that good. I'm just so glad you finally stood up for yourself, buddy. All right. Am I the asshole for letting my mother bury a dead kitten instead of doing it myself? Well, maybe your mom wanted to bury it. It can be cathartic for some people. It's a kitten. You don't have to move that much dirt. Just saying. I mean, was you gonna throw her back out? It's a kitten. You could use a plastic, like a child's plastic shovel, and put all the dirt in a bucket, and then put the cat in and cover it up, and she's done in 3 minutes. It's a kitten. It's sad, but I'm just talking about the process of it. I'm removing the sadness from it and just talking about the actual the nuts and bolts. For context, I'm 20, visiting home after spring break. We had kittens. Our house cat had given birth to 4 kittens a few weeks ago. All right. One of them sadly passed away, and we didn't know it. Well, you do now. After a late breakfast, my mother found that one of the kittens was missing and later found out it had died. That's not uncommon for litters of kittens. So she told me to bury it, to bury in the backyard. We have a plot of land. I mean, you could do it in, I don't think you need a whole plot of land to bury a kitten. Near the garden. Mind you, it's 9:30 in the morning. I just had my breakfast. I grabbed a shovel and a mask. A mask? You're a big pussy. Grabbed a mask? Was the thing already decomposing? It just died. Would you put on a mask for? To bury a kitten? Were you afraid it was going to cough on you? It's dead. Like, why would you put a mask? Why not get a hazmat suit on to bury the kitten? I get gloves, okay? Yeah, the thing's dead. Maybe you don't want to touch it. I get that. But a mask? Like, you wear safety goggles too? What the hell's the matter with you? Anyway. Maybe she saw you in all your get up and she just felt it was so impersonal. She decided to do it herself, like the man you should have been. I just had my breakfast. I grabbed my shovel and mask and some plastic bag to wrap my hand over since it's easier and disposable. Repeating once again, I just had breakfast, and she keeps nagging me to hurry up. Well, she doesn't want, the kitten's dead. Cut her some slack. As soon as I drape a cloth around the dead cat, still isn't rigor yet, makes me queasy. Okay. And I did throw up. No, wait, are you a chick or a dude? Because I feel like this is really chickish for a dude. And not that I reinforce gender roles or stereotypes, but I will a little. I put down everything for a moment, head back into the house, wash my mouth in the sink, drink some water. I mean, I think this is your mom, right? Yeah. I think your mom's just like, you're such a pussy. Never mind, I'll do it. I think that's what's going on here. Your mom's like giving you the opportunity to bury the cat. She would like you to do it, and she's watching you with your mask on and and this and that and your hazmat suit, and you're throwing up every couple of minutes because you and she's like, fuck this shit, I raised a pussy, and she just decides to do it on her own. Is that what happened? So you're not the asshole, you're just a bit of a baby. All right, so anyway, my mom asked, did you do it? I replied, not yet, I just threw up. It's insulting to your mom twice. It's insulting that you're not able to handle the task. And then it's also insulting that perhaps her food wasn't up to snuff. I told you I just had my breakfast, and she got mad for no reason whatsoever. No, she's not getting mad for no reason whatsoever. She's insanely frustrated by your just inability to do something pretty basic. She decided to take the shit. Yeah, there you go. I'm on your mom's side. I would have done the same damn thing. I just forget it. Just go eat your breakfast, throw up a few more times. I'll be out without gloves or mask, digging a 2-inch hole to put the kitten in. They don't, unfortunately, probably some other animal's going to come around later and dig up. Anyhow. All right. So she decided to take the shovel and dig it for herself while mumbling how useless I am. I told you. I would not have mumbled how useless you are. I don't think I would have, but I would have thought it. As if I was the one who disposed of many rats and buried some other pets. Yeah, but you probably made such a production of it in the past. I don't know. You pushed out since then, bro. Or I don't know if you're a chick because you didn't say. As if this one moment wave off all the other times I did. Then she keeps rambling about what if it was me and I shit myself. Yeah, she's got a point. I didn't even think of that, but she's thinking into the future. Like, I'm going to get old. I'm going to have a diaper and I'm going to need someone to change me. You're going to be throwing up. You're going to be throwing up on me. You can't handle a cat, a freshly, dead cat. And you're not going to be able to handle turds. loose stools coming out of my butt. Yeah, no wonder. She's already looking for a home or a hospice care, just someone to come in and help her because you're not very reliable. You better man up or woman up. Yeah. Yeah. So she keeps rolling. What if I shit myself? I like your mom. From loose bowels at my late age, you'd throw up too? Yeah, I'm right there with you, lady. You're useless. I wouldn't have been so aggressive. You're useless then. When I need you as a nurse, I told you to me, like, ugh, it's pissing me off that she even said that. I wasn't even telling her you do it instead or something. Yeah, but she's foreseeing the future, and you as her emergency contact, if you will, or caregiver, and it don't look good. I just need a moment to get my bearings. It's not some malicious incompetence or something. It's pissing me off. I'm not whining. I just need a moment. Am I the asshole in this situation? You're not the asshole, but you gotta. Again, I can't tell if you're a man or a woman because it doesn't really say. But you're a baby either way. I mean, come on, you gotta make just put on a front. Pretend you're an actor who can help his mom when the cat dies. Pretend that's the role you're playing, and play that role. And then when you're done, then when she doesn't see you, you can be like and puke and just gets I mean, I don't know, man. The cat wasn't run over. It's not like a grab. The mom didn't bite the head off after. I mean, it's just a dead cat. It's sad. It's sad, but come on. Yeah. I'm on your mom's side. You're not the asshole. You're just a big baby. It's a big, huge pussy. Is that right? You're a pussy for not being able to bury the pussy. How about that? And your mom's scared because I guess she doesn't have anybody else. I don't know. You were the you were the only son she has, or daughter. Now I'll give you a little more leeway if you're a woman. I feel like this is a man though, a very unmasculine man. But either way, come on, you got to man up. And my dad had dogs. Like he had like 20, no, that's not even accurate. Like 50-pound dogs, like good sized dogs. And if they're all dead, he buried them all in the backyard. Never asked me to. I was a kid, but if he asked me to bury it, I don't know that I would want to do it by myself because he actually had to dig for those. They're bigger, but I would have certainly helped. I could have carried I don't know. I mean, if he was back was up, can you bury the dog? Yeah, okay, I'll go bury the dog. That would have been a pain in the neck. That's not like a little kid. That's like a big ass 50-pound, husky dog. Shadow was. Anyway, so yeah, you're not the asshole. You're just a big pussy. Pussy for not burying the pussy. There you go. That's why I'm an unlicensed therapist, folks. But I really hope to get my license someday so I can help you out. And please help yourselves out. Join me on the show. Yeah, kid does sound like a pussy. Where's the dad? Yeah, well, I think the dad's gone. Either the dad. That's the other thing. There's not a lot of detail. You know what I mean? It's light on details, which makes me think it's a man. The mom's really kind of pissed off because I think it's a he. He won't do his duty, so to speak, which makes me think. I mean, if it was a daughter, I mean, again, they're a little more sensitive. Okay, but I think she's just looking at him, just like, ugh. She's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. You got it's a modern day kid. Nobody can do nothing. You can't man up. And I feel like this is definitely a man because it's short. Usually females on the Reddits run a little longer. They give you they overdo the details sometimes. Given a choice, if I had to do a Reddit, I prefer a female Reddit, but with just concise female Reddit because you get the details that you want, but it has a nice flow. If I see someone with no paragraphs, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be a rough one. Am I the asshole for involving myself in a conflict at a restaurant tonight? This one definitely we can't just do off the cuff because it depends. Probably not. I mean, if it's an actual conflict and involving yourself, you don't want someone to get hurt. You don't want, you want people to be safe and you want to stop people from fighting. But I'm trying to think about like what's the conflict? Like you didn't leave enough of a tip, and then you come over and go, yeah, 20% is right for someone in the service industry. I feel that's a little out of line. But let's see what we're dealing with here. All right, so 20-year-old single female, 20s female, sorry, was at a restaurant this evening. A high school girl was there celebrating her graduation wearing, oh my God, are you going to crap on her for her outfit? Yeah, you're the asshole. That's what it is. But let me see. Or maybe you're standing up for her outfit. Let's find out. High school girl was there celebrating her graduation wearing a backless, sleeveless dress. Okay. She had a bit of acne of a breakout on her back. Kids being mean to her. Nothing anyone would have noticed or cared about under normal circumstances. A young man, early 20s, male, was also there with his family. He had some sort of an intellectual disability. Apparently, if you fucking went in on the intellectually disabled kid, I will come down there and I mean, I'm not going to be violent or nothing, but I will shake an angry fist at you. Maybe just an angry finger. But yeah, that's shitty. I hope that's not what we're dealing with here. Anyway, at some point, he pointed at the girl and said loudly something to the effect, "You got pimples all over your back. That's gross. People don't want to see that while they're eating. Go home." All right. In any other situation, you would be right in chastising this kid and telling, but if he's on the spectrum or he's just mentally disabled, they don't have a filter. They're not like you and me. They're autistic. They're on the spectrum. There's just maybe they got Downs, or I mean, what the fuck? You think? I mean, yeah, she's like, oh, I don't say that, but of course, and her friends are there. Yeah, that sucks too. But like, she's gonna look over and go, oh, look, the kid's got Downs, and okay, you kind of get a pass. It should be a free pass. I know you don't want to give him a pass, but it should be. Now, let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. The girl, okay. At some point, he pointed the girl, go home. Now, the parents should have done something. They should have been like, hey, come on, stop it. And if he kept chastising her, and they're like, well, we're taking you out. You can't be going around insulting people. Don Rickles on the spectrum. So the girl's visibly upset. She and her party didn't say anything, excused herself, went to the restroom, came back wearing a heavy sweatshirt and outdoor dining. Yeah, I mean, that sucks that it's a no-win situation, honestly, because the kid who did it is I feel like unaware that he did it. The family should be doing something. They should be taking this kid home. Like, hey, if you keep insulting people, we're not going to take you out in public, or at least we'll go on off hours or when no one's got strapless dresses on. Maybe I don't know. What do you think? Let me just do this quick, and we'll talk more about it. We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part most people miss. Crypto was created so you can actually own and control your money. After the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you're in control. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, you've felt that problem. Now, fast forward to today, everybody's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels complicated. That's exactly why I use Rumble Wallet. It takes all the complexity and makes it simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stablecoins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, so you can use your credit card, debit card, or bank and be up and running in minutes. Once you're set up, you can even support your favorite Rumble creators like me directly. So do this now. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some. Hop on that now. You'll be glad you did, folks. You'll be glad you did. Thank you again, Rumble. There you go. Rock and roll. All right. All right, let's keep going. Seeing something here. Okay. Yeah, because I want to see how this lands, how this ends. Anyway, yeah, it's just there's no win. Okay, so I'd like to know what the family's doing here. Like, how is the family getting involved? Like, I really think Dad, we were all out at a Cracker Jack, not a Cracker Jack. What the hell? They used to have I think they still have open faced roast beef sandwich. It's not a Cracker Jack. Hey, that's poetic. What's it called? It's very white. Cracker Barrel. Thank you, Cracker Barrel. And there was a kid who was definitely on the spectrum or had some kind of mental disability. And at first I was a little worried because he's like walking around. He's just like randomly talking to tables. And I'm like, he didn't look right. Like, I'm like, what the hell is this guy? Is he crazy? Gonna grab a knife? And then like I'm watching a little bit. His dad comes over, brings him back to the table. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's on the spectrum or something's going on. So, okay. So there's a grace that you get if that's not your situation. You're like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? And it sucks still for that girl. But I feel like it's none your business, so to speak. I believe that. All right, but anyways, I think she's about to make it. Not long after she returned, the young man continued making loud negative comments about her appearance. Okay, here is where I'm not mad at the kid because I just don't think he can help himself. But I am mad at the family. Like, why is the mom? Why is the dad? Why are the people who brought him there keeping him there? So if you want to yell at them, I'm okay with it. Don't yell at the kid because he don't know any better, honestly. His appetite was ruined by seeing her acting. It reflects poor hygiene. He's so autistic, and how inconsiderate it was of her to have it visible in restaurant. This kid is super autistic, and it is what it is. But his parents have to do something. It's not acceptable to go out in public and have your autistic son just just fucking yell at everybody and tell them they're gross. His parents, at least I assume who they were, apologized. Yeah, apologized to the girl's family. That's a start, but didn't actually do anything to stop him. Okay, yeah, so that's not going to work. It's a good start. You need to get your son out of there. You need to be like, listen, we can't go out here. I mean, you got to listen. As a parent, I have an autistic son. If my son starts talking shit like that, I'd be like, listen, you either have to be quiet or we're leaving. Those are your two choices. And if he wants to keep talking, he doesn't do it. He's very he's come a long way. Let's just put it that way. That's what my show's about. But if he wouldn't, then we're leaving. We're not sitting there while you insult some poor girl and make her cry. You know what the fuck? Ay, ay, ay. But yeah. All right. So they apologize, but don't actually do anything to stop him. The mom even said to the girl, believe it or not, he actually likes you. He probably does. He probably does. The people in the girls' party were understanding, told the family not to worry. But there was an unmistakable shift in the mood of the entire room, and I was upset me witnessing it. One table got up abruptly and then returned. I suspect they complained about it to the staff, but if so, it fell by the wayside. What are they going to kick out? When you think a chain restaurant's going to kick out some fucking kid with autism and his family? You think any restaurant? You think that's a good business model? Jesus. After a few more loud negative comments from the young man, I went to his table and said something along the lines of, "This is making me really uncomfortable. You need to do something. It's disruptive at this point." The family apologized. Yeah, okay. So at least you're not yelling at the kid. You're yelling at the family. Not too long later, the restaurant moved the family to another area. That's a good start, but not before the parents made it clear they felt they shouldn't have to move since their son wasn't being deliberately malicious and didn't. Yeah, okay. Nah, you're not being the asshole here. You were respectful to the kid. The parents needed to move, needed to step up and be, just because your kid's got autism doesn't give you a free pass to let them run around and taunt people. The friends I was at dinner were upset that I said anything. They felt it wasn't my place to get involved, that I only embarrassed our party and made things worse for that girl. I was confident in my decision at the time. I respect my friends' opinions highly, so I'm starting to second guess myself. Am I the asshole? You're walking a very thin line for being the asshole. I mean, it depends. If the kid wasn't stopping, if he kept going, he wasn't going to stop. But if he'd kind of petered off and then you do it, because like one more of these, just, yeah. I don't know. I don't think you were being the asshole, but you were really close. Really close. And your friends all seem to think you were. So maybe side with your friends. There you go. Hey. Yeah. By the way, if you want to be on the show next Friday, this Friday is the time to do it. Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist, this Friday, I'm going to do a call-in so you can call. If you have questions you want to ask now, you can ask them right now. The song is being disrupted. Tatanka, and by the way, you can have your opinions too on my opinions. How about that? Let's chat. So Tatanka says, the son was being disrupted. The parents should have handled it from the beginning. I 100% agree with you. It's on the parents. I don't blame the kid. I was worried she was going to yell at the kid. She didn't. She went to the parents. That to me is acceptable. And they should have moved. The restaurant should have moved the parents. But again, the restaurant, it's all awkward. Like the restaurant, they don't know what the hell's going to happen with the parents. And there's going to be some big protest like, oh, you hate autistic kids. Who the hell knows? Who knows? And the girl's upset. It's just, the whole thing's just a disaster. But in the end, it all goes back to the autistic kid's parents for not giving him an alternative. Either one, saying we're going to move to a different table, which wasn't a bad idea if it's far away from everybody or outside. Or two, just take the kid home. Because you don't have carte blanche to let your autistic kid run wild, any more than someone with a neuro, as we call them, neurotypical kid would. If they're going around and kicking everybody in the shin, some neurotypical brat, you can't be like, and you got to deal with it. You got to get them out of there. You got to do some parenting. Again, that's the one thing that it bothers me, and I talk about it in the show that I do, Autastic, is that just because your kid have autism doesn't mean you stop being a parent. It doesn't mean you stop parenting them. It doesn't mean you give them carte blanche to do whatever fucking crazy shit they want to do. You're still parenting them, but you're parenting them within the construct of their autism, with what they're able to handle and what they're able to see as far as right from wrong, and what their tics are, or self-stimulatory behavior is. But you are still parenting. You are still saying this is right and this is wrong. You are still parenting. And I think for a lot of parents, for kids who have autism, they just like, whatever happens, happens. No, it's not all right. Whatever he does, he does. He's autistic. Well, no. You can have shitty parents of neurotypical kids, and you can have shitty parents of autistic kids. And these two numbskulls are the shitty autistic parents. There you go. Anyway, that's my pronouncement, proclamation, pronunciation. No. Again, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, I say it again. I don't think I've even said it once yet, but please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm almost at 15,000. That's pretty cool. Am I the asshole for losing my temper at my husband after he refused to tell me where our injured toddler was? No. What do you mean? He's not going to tell you where you're injured, like the hospital, the toddler's located? What the fuck? Is he your ex-husband now? He probably should be. That's weird. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. My 2-year-old came off his bike today, all right, and smashed his mouth face to the ground. One of those mouth faces. His mouth face. It's like somebody's like never, like an alien. He smashed his mouth face over there into the ground. That's awful. One lower baby tooth broke. At least it's a baby tooth in half. Upper front tooth became loose. That's a hard smack, man. There's a lot of bleeding and trauma to the gums. Yeah, okay. So obviously this is Europe or something, because they call the 111. That, or nobody's coming for a while. Like, is it 1-1? I thought it was 911. No, 111. Oh, okay. But couldn't get through. Well, maybe it is the U.S. So I got him an emergency dentist appointment instead, and was there within 10 minutes. All right. Not a bad place to go. They were going to take him there anyway. The first dentist, our regular dentist, examined him, said the loose tooth would likely fall out on its own. And she was reluctant to remove it because taking out under local anesthetic would be traumatic to the toddler. It's already had the trauma. I think the smashing of the teeth was far more traumatic than I think it's just you being a baby and all scared. Maybe you don't know what you're doing. She also mentioned there could possibly be there's the real reason. She also mentioned there could be the possibility of a small fracture in the bone above the teeth. Okay, that's the reason, because there was a lot of trauma. So she doesn't know yet. I brought him home, gave him some painkillers, kept my husband updated throughout. He settled down, but I was worried he needed an x-ray. He for sure needs an x-ray. My husband got home, said he would take him to his dentist's sister for a second opinion, and possibly the children's hospital after if he needed it. For context, his sister and I are no contact after major issues last year where I was bullied. It's amicable. It's really not amicable from what you just said, in the sense that we just avoid each other. That's not amicable. That's avoiding each other. That's about as far as amicable as you could be. It's like, we're amicable as long as we never come in any contact with each other. That's just avoidant behavior, which I'm not, maybe the best for you two, but it's certainly not amicable. Please. I don't have a relationship, and neither of us. But here's the question: how good a dentist is she? I mean, you could have a shitty relationship. Let's say I had I think I love my fiance's family. Her sister's terrific. Let's say her sister was a dentist, and I didn't get along with her sister, but I know she's an amazing dentist. And something happened to my son, and my fiance is like, okay, well, I'm bringing her to my sister. I'll be like, yeah, that's a good idea, because I know she's an amazing dentist. So I could care less about my relationship with the person. All I care about is the quality of their craftsmanship, of their work. Are they a good dentist? Are they a good doctor? I mean, if I can have my life saved by an asshole, or watch myself die with the most pleasant man in the world, or woman, I don't want to be sexist on the doctor. Give me the asshole so I can live. How about that? Come on. Get your head on straight, lady. Anyway, and I think your husband knows that. So this is all starting to make sense to me now. Anyway, no contact, but it's amicable. I have a relationship, and neither of us wants one, so you don't like each other. I was in agreement with getting a second opinion, but after he went there, his behavior towards me completely changed. For some reason, for something like an hour, he refused to tell me where they were or what was happening. He ignored my messages or replied vaguely. That's not cool. He needs to keep you in the loop. And asked whether our son was at a hospital, whether he was getting an x-ray, and what was happening. Yeah, that's not cool. He's got to tell you what's going on. He's got that. That's just parenting. That's just being a couple. And it's not even like he's an ex. Like, this is your current husband. For how long? I don't know. Anyway, okay. Message to explain my concern was not a cosmetic dental work. It was whether my son needed proper assessment for bone injury. He still didn't give me any updates. He just sent random pictures of him in a dental clinic instead of actual communication on what was going on. Turns out, let's find out what happened, everybody. Turns out they did an x-ray at the hospital, dental malaxity. Okay. And thankfully, there was no obvious fracture. All right, that's good. Son's okay. Conservative management only. That sounds good too. But I only found this out from a video explanation from his sister that he recorded and sent me. I didn't understand half of what she was saying. Well, you could look it up on Google or something. And it was 2 minutes long. When he got home, I asked him what the verdict was, and he ignored me or offered dismissive, sarcastic replies. Your son is not the issue. What it did was bring out a complete problems in your marriage with communication. Your husband doesn't seem to care for you very much, I'll be honest. And your sister, you don't get along with his sister. And I think she's maybe because she doesn't think she does. I don't think she likes you. Maybe she's turned him against you. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't think your marriage is going to be, to use an expression, long in the tooth. I don't think it's going to be around much longer. It certainly doesn't seem that way. Does it? No. Because this is not acceptable behavior on his part, certainly. But the fact that he's still doing it says a lot about the status of your relationship. Now he's acting like I'm unreasonable or I'm the one who behaved out of order because I got angry and swore at him when he got home, and he continued to act this way with me. So no, you are not the asshole in this one. He's being a dick. I wouldn't call him he's more of a dick move than an asshole move. I would call him more of a dick move. So he's being a dick. You are being a concerned mom, and your relationship is not doing well. Your relationship, you need a marriage and family therapist right now, because this guy has, from what I see, just contempt for you, really. All right, so this is a Reddit. My son was wearing a helmet, okay? Nobody involved suspected a broken jaw. The first emergency dentist did not take it to the hospital. I fully support my husband in getting further assessments, blah, 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 blah. I also have a 5-year-old at home. My issue was the communication and not seeking further care. Your issue is your husband doesn't love you. I'm kidding, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. You guys got some serious relationship. I can't imagine. I mean, my ex and I, we don't get along great. And we have semi-avoidant behavior. Certainly I do on my end. But if something happened to my son, damn straight I would be giving her updates. She's like, hey, what hospital are you at? What'd the doctor say? I would be telling her. I'd be giving her all the information I had, because I know, even though we have our differences, she would be doing the same for me. And I would expect the same from her. So to not do that is, to me, just fucking crazy. It just is, I don't know, man. I think your marriage is not, again, long in the tooth. All right, let's hit the next one here. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend to stop licking every crumb off his plate? All right, here we go. Maybe. Is he a big fat pig? I'm guessing he is. I feel like if he wasn't, yeah. Well, let's see. This is a short one too. Okay, let's read this one. Let's find out about this thing. Hold on. I'm not reading the comments. I apologize for that. Hold on a second. And again, if you have questions, you can ask them, and we'll hop into this other one in a second. All right. Yep, exactly. We're right there. Okay, we had a breastfeeding protest at our restaurant because some fat chick. It's hysterical. That's poetic. Just the way you stated it is funny. I'll say it so everyone else can enjoy. Because some fat chick flopped her titties on the table in full view of the whole dining room. Yeah, I mean, there's like, breastfeeding, just kind of like, just subdued. And then there's like, I'm breastfeeding. Look at Lefty. Okay, everybody, get a good look. Love my lifestyle. I just, there's a way to do it. And then there's just like, you're doing it performatively. You're not doing it to nurse your kid. You're just doing it performatively, so you can create trouble. I'm all for breastfeeding in public. But yeah, have a little, decorum if you can. That's even any of that left. Hey, Adam, good to see you. No contact or after bowling. Sounds like the wife may be a bit of a headache. Yeah, probably, but we don't know. We won't know for sure. We're against breastfeeding. Don't flop them on the table. And it says, yeah, they make special shirts for that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just sounds like she wanted to take her top off, like and have a reason. You know, I don't know. Yeah, the husband is a major league asshole. Gaslighting the wife is even worse. Yeah, he's like working with his sister who already hates the wife, but they have an amicable relationship. So yeah, I think it's tough. To be fair, it's hard to text while you're dealing with that situation. Yeah, Adam, I think you give him too much credit though, because like he's not doing the surgery. He's not doing the X-rays. They're not even letting him in the room. Probably. I mean, he's with the kid. He's a young kid. And then, but he's got a phone. Like there's still a phone option on the phone. You can just be like, hey, yeah, things are crazy here. And you can still be carrying and walking. You don't have to text. The phone still works as a phone. You just don't want to talk to her. But yeah, there's at some point, yeah, you're like, well, I can't do it right now. He can't tell her where they are, or his wife will come start a fight. It's possible, but like, where would he be that she would be so upset about? I wonder. I think you're probably right. Like on some level, he must have been like, well, if I tell her where we are, she's gonna get all pissed. But she already knows he went to the sisters, so it's just weird. Maybe it's like the urban. Well, that's just kind of it's same but different. Like urban cowboy, where like the sister hid the phone so that to create the end. But that's not the case because he came home, he still wouldn't tell her shit. But that's like when Sissy, this is how old I am, came in and she cleaned the whole house, and then the other chick, the hotter one by the way, took credit for it, and then John Travolta, who doesn't even like chicks anyways, was like, oh, I didn't know it was you, Sissy. I didn't know you cleaned her. She told me later. I didn't know it was you, Sissy. Urban cowboy. Anyway, let's get back to. By the way, I did go to Billy Bob's. That's a fun place. It's in Fort Worth. Huge honky tonk. Anyway, am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend to stop licking every crumb off his plate? Obviously, Fatty Deluxe here is you're having an issue with him. All right, let's see. Okay, for context, he's a big fat fuck. No, come on, that's not right. I'm not going to body shame. 6'10", 300 pounds. If he's 6'10", I mean, that's a tall dude. So 300 pounds on 6'10", that's pretty spread out. I don't know. I think he might be all right. He might not even be fat if if he works out. For context, my boyfriend he's a freak. Let's call it. Again, I shouldn't. This is why I'm an unlicensed therapist. My boyfriend is a larger human being. Think Shaq size. Quite literally 6'10", 300 pounds. That's a big dude. A big dude. So 300 pounds on that, that's probably, I don't know. The doctor's probably like, yeah, your weight and height are appropriate. I love to cook, and okay, so I'm sure he loves to eat. So I'm always making sure he eats well, and his portions are more than double mine. You're a 5'10" female, yeah. For some reason, it bothers me extremely that he's like a fucking dog, that he always eats every portion of his food like he's starving. Maybe he is. I mean, I don't know. Maybe increase his portion size and see if that stops him from licking his plate. He could eat 12 muffins after a full meal, literally. Yeah, wow, he's got an appetite. But again, he's a giant. If I don't say, hey, can you leave a few for me? We need to eat them. We don't eat them all in one sitting. The food is available. He will inhale it. I have to put leftovers away even after fixing him 2 plates, or he would eat. So he is hungry. He's hungry. You're like, yeah, why is he looking up? As much as he eats, he's still hungry. He's starving. I don't know if he eats more, he's going to be 400 pounds and then just be a huge, big fat guy. But this guy eats. This guy is hungry. He's licking the plate because he's starving, in spite of the fact that he eats as much as he eats. It's just the way it is. And now, if you're going out to a restaurant or something, that autistic kid from a couple of episodes ago is probably going, hey, stop licking your plate, you fucking filthy animal. Anyway, so if he would eat another two, it's like a big dog that like he just would eat itself to death if you let it, right? That's what you're describing here. So just let him lick his plate. If you're gonna like ration out his portions, and yes, they're big portions, just let him lick the fucking, when he's near plate licking time, go leave. Just be like, all right, I got to go anywhere but here. Walk out and look at this sunset, or go water the flowers, and then come back in when he's done freaking blah. Just leave. Go to the bathroom. You know it's coming. You can see he's getting to the end. All right, just find a reason to excuse yourself while he licks his plate and your plate too. Probably he's starving somehow. Yeah. Anyway, to the point he will lick clean. I want to see this guy. You should have a YouTube channel or a Rumble channel devoted to this guy. Just the way he eats. So he licks stuff clean in public, and he says no one cares. Oh, dude, I'd be filming it. People probably take out their phones, right? When people do indeed, he's too large to miss, and sometimes I honestly feel embarrassed. Okay, I get it. It's a little embarrassing. This is literally like the only thing that honestly turns me off about him. He's such an awesome human being. Am I the asshole for getting on him about his eating habits? No, you're not an asshole for getting on him about his eating habits, but just I don't think you're going to change me. You either got two choices. You feed him more, but like you said, he's just going to keep eating. Or two, when he gets to plate licking time, you leave the room. Those are your two choices. You know, that's what I think. What is his activity level? That's a good point, King of Cats. Yeah, exactly. Like if he's working out, like he's an athlete. I don't know. She doesn't never calls him fat, but she never really calls him like in shape either. So I think he's kind of walking that middle ground, or stomping that middle ground, or Bigfoot in that middle ground. The guy's a huge genetic freak. I'm picturing like Tony Robbins. Like, what does Tony Robbins weigh? But he's pretty well. He keeps himself pretty trim, I think. So I feel like that could be the case here. Let me see this. What's going on? Okay. Right. So yeah, I don't think you're the asshole. I just think you got to cut the dude some slack. But yeah, I assume you must have a really good job, because you must spend like, I don't know, $100,000 a year just on food for the dude. I mean, that's the thing, that whenever I see a really tall guy, like, who's also kind of like, got a good size to him, he's got width, so to speak. I'm like, man, it must be so expensive for just eating, like just getting groceries and eating a meal. Like he must pay 3 times what I do when he goes out to eat. Yeah, that's what I think about. I'm like, oh, he's tall, or I bet he played basketball, or this. I'm like, man, I bet he spends a lot of money when he has to go eat. Would I be the asshole if I doubled down with what my fiance said today and cancel the wedding, which is this weekend? Yeah, you can. Well, I mean, if it's a bad idea, maybe not, but friggin' this weekend, bro, it's a little. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so 29 male. Let's see. Did she cheat on you or something, or did you just realize she's a terrible person? I don't know. Does she throw up when you told her to go bury the cat? I am with my fiance for 4 years and engaged last year. Things started to get worse and worse after that huge fight. Okay, so you're concerned, you're nervous, you're thinking it might be a terrible idea to marry this woman. And you know what? Generally speaking, trust your gut. I mean, I haven't seen you guys in a therapy session or anything, but if you feel it and you're getting that vibe, trust it. Put the wedding off. I don't disagree with that, especially if you're getting in these big fights. Getting married ain't going to fix it. You're just going to be on the hook for, she's just going to get half your stuff. Anyway, things started to get worse and worse after that. Huge fights. I always thought it was the stress of the marriage preparations. No. But I am feeling depressed. That's just not something you want. I mean, you are not even married yet and you're depressed. And feel like I'm being emotionally abused by her. This is not good. Today was the last straw for me, but I'm not sure I should really cancel the wedding. No, you need to cancel the wedding. Doesn't mean you can't have it, and I know it's too close to it, but I don't see it getting better. I just see it getting worse. It's not. Do you think you're going to get married and you're not immediately after you get married or during the ceremony? You probably have another huge row. Today's fight was about how to go to the venue. I don't know, man. I would trust your instinct. You don't take marriage lightly. Too many people do. That's why more than 50% end in divorce. I had a lot of warning signs about my ex, which I chose to ignore. Anyway, directly from the hairdresser or my parents. She accused me of being mommy's boy. Fuck, dude, do not marry this woman. Do not marry this woman. Accused my mom of making me fight her wars. Holy crap, dude. Called my mom an idiot and said she wanted to break up. Even after I said, I don't know, this was a big issue for her. And so this is all just so she could go a certain route, maximize fuel economy or something. I don't know, or minimize it. Then I said it was a big decision to make just days before the marriage. She was talking hurtful and I didn't want to talk to her right now. All right. We didn't talk for 5 or 6 hours. I called her. She said she talked with her family about breaking up with me. Okay. Also talked with a couple of friends. Do it. Since it took so long for me to call her and apologize. Run from this woman. Flee, my friend. Flee. Find a fleet-footed horse, climb aboard, and gallop off into the sunset. I said that she's out of her mind. You're not wrong. And wanted to think whether I really want to go through with this and wanted time to think about it. I don't have much time, so I want to have others' opinions. Run as fast as you can, sir. This is a huge mistake. This, oh my God. Like, I know it's a pain in the ass and, the logistics of people are coming and, sorry, I canceled the wedding. But the sooner you cancel it, the better. Because the sooner you cancel it, the sooner everybody knows, the sooner they can make other plans, the sooner they can, return the wedding gifts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there you are. That's my opinion. That's my 50 cents. My 2 cents, my 50 cents. All right. Just crazy, man. That's just fucking nuts. All right, let me. It's a new sponsor of the show. We'll give these guys a shout out. Here we go. You love Israel, you stand with Israel, but your portfolio can stand with Israel too. Wise Money Israel manages Israel stock and bond accounts for Christians and pro-Israel investors around the world who want their money to reflect what they believe. When you invest in Israeli companies, you're participating in the economy of the Jewish state, the innovation coming out of the Holy Land, and the nation of God promise to bless. For many believers, it's one of the most tangible ways to put faith into action. So there you go. Put faith into action. You can support Israel and your Christian values at the same time. How about that? Seems like a good deal to me, folks. New sponsor of the show. Thank you. Much obliged. I think that's it. It's a short sponsorship, but that's all right. All right. Well, thank you for that. All right. Let's keep rocking and rolling. We'll do one more at least. Oh my God. It is a real ad. I never did that one before. I never did that one before. I was listen, I'm grateful for the support, but yeah, I've never, I like when I've done ads multiple times because then I have a rhythm and a flow. Otherwise, I'm just reading like for the first time and, as a sponsor, and it, I don't feel like I do. I don't feel like I hit it as well. Like Rumble, I love doing the Rumble ads because I love Rumble, but I know those, so I can be like, I feel like I can do it right. But yeah, there you go. All right. Brian Shaw has those proportions. Is that Brian? Maybe. I don't know if he has those proportions. Have you ever seen what a guy eats in a day? It's like 2 dozen eggs for breakfast. Is that Brian Shaw? Maybe. Yeah, cancel exactly. Yeah, cancel the wedding because alimony's next right after and she's going to be cheating on the guy like immediately if she's not already. I'll bet you if she hates him, because she does not like, she seems to just dislike him. She seems to fucking hate him. So I feel like she's probably already cheating on him. She doesn't like him. She hates his mom. For fuck's sake, dude, run, flee, run, get away. There you go. That's my advice to you. All right, let's do what time is it? Yeah, we'll do one more. Why not do one more? And by the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Everybody does it. It's fun. And it'll give me up to 15,000. Am I the asshole if I continue on a pre-planned trip if my girlfriend is arrested at the airport due to old warrants? Think I'm not reading this one? Is this even real? At least it's short. This is like the white, this is the very white trashy. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, come on. That's not fair. They might not be white trash. But someone's got a rap sheet. Am I the asshole if I continue on a pre-planned trip if my girlfriend gets arrested at the airport due to old warrants? Well, yeah, you kind of are. But, I don't know. Like, what do you, I mean, it's not like you can go to jail with her. But it's kind of a douche move to just be like, oh, I'm going to Cabo still. Have fun in jail. You can, but because you can doesn't mean you should. 34 male, girlfriend 29. We've been dating for 6 months. You're barely dating. What are you dating this jailbird for? I'm kidding. She turned over a new leaf, except for, running away from all these old warrants. Been dating for 6 months and been planning to attend my cousin's wedding. Oh, okay. It's a wedding. That's different. I thought it was like a vacation. Now you go to the wedding. You can go to the wedding. Unless you got to bail her out or something. I don't know. I'm undecided about this. I don't know about this relationship, dude. 6 months in. Let's read some more. It's not a lot to it, but. All right, been dating 6 months. We've been planning to attend my cousin's wedding. How close are you to the cousin? There's like a few variables here. If it's not like someone you're really close with, yeah, you can miss it and just be there for her. If it's like your cousin and you've been friends forever and you're standing in the wedding and then there's levels to this thing. We will be flying Detroit to DC. I booked the itinerary in April. Earlier today, she discovered she has warrants from over the past few years. She says she doesn't remember the charges. That's not good. We talked about this other guy, Here, you guys aren't even getting married yet. There's no date. There's no 2 weeks away for the wedding. Get out now, bro. If you don't remember what your old warrants and charges were, damn, I don't think there's any real sense of remorse for your crimes, certainly, if you can't even remember what they are, or choose not to even tell them what they are. Jeez. Anyway, she expressed that she would get the warrants taken care of before the trip in a month. Okay, so she told you about it. She then asked if I would continue to board the flight if she were arrested at the airport. Why would that even come in? Why would that even come in if she's taking care of the warrants? Obviously, she's not taking care of the warrants. Obviously, she knows there's a chance she might get arrested. Dude, I don't know. I'd be going to the wedding with a new +1, honestly. I responded that I would continue to board the flight as it's her responsibility. Yeah, you're right. As an adult, to have things in place, and we're not a married couple. Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong, and I think you should cut and run also. This whole show is basically cut and run. Get out. Ay. Yeah, she's got red flags all over her. All over her body. There you go. I'd wonder about her credit score. I'd wonder about your credit score. You know what I mean? If she's had access to your, like, maybe all her warrants are for, like, grifting, like stealing credit card information or buying homes with somebody else's name. Maybe all your bank accounts have been drained already. I don't know, bro. I would change all my passwords and I would check all my accounts to make sure everything that was there when you started dating is still there now. Yeah, bro's dating a girl with warrants. I mean, even if she's super hot, come on. Someone needs to give him some dating advice. Exactly. Did she tell him she had the warrants? She did tell him, and then she said she would take care of him. But I think these warrants are probably pretty bad. So she's like, oh, shit, I'll probably have to go to jail for this one, or I'll have to pay a lot of money for this one, so I'm not going to do it. Yeah, run, dude. This warrant is a gift. It is a gift to you. These warrants, plural, not even one. They're letting you know what you're getting into before you get into it. Too deep in the quicksand. And this woman is a quicksand pit like nobody's business. King Cat says, I wonder about her credit score. Yeah, I do. That's hysterical. I doubt it's good. I don't think it's particularly good. Yeah, not only should you not marry her because of her warrants and her criminality and her questionable honesty, but she's going to really drag down your credit score. And in the end, that's all that matters in this day and age. Good luck taking out a two-person loan with her. Come on, she's going to drag you right down the drain. All right, folks, I love you. I've had a great time. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family. Join me every Monday, Wednesday. How about Tuesday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Let's call it all week at 10 p.m. for Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. Have a great day. God bless Rumble. Thank you for all your support. Love you. And I thought my phone was ringing for a second. All right, I think that's it. I'm out. God bless you. So again, this Friday, if you want to use the phones, I'm getting the new Rumble software, so I'll be able to take some phone calls. That should be a lot of fun. And if you want to join me then, you can join me then, and we'll have a nice day. How about that? Hey, Tatanka, thank you. Thank you, King of Cats, and thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody who joined in on the show, is active in the chat. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Much obliged. That's right. All right, and thank you, Des Poetic. Ever Eden, God bless you. All right, we're out. I'm out. And again, if you have questions, if you have issues, come to me, visit me every Monday through Friday to give you some advice the way only I can. Jeff the Unlicensed there. I don't like that. I was trying to come up with new ways out, new outros. That one sucked. If you got a problem, this is better. If you got problems, I've got the answer. Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. And I feel more Better Call Saulish. I like that better. All right, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Back again for more nonsense. All right. Talk to you soon.